Hello, I'm Benita Johnson with Divine Wine Club, and welcome back to 12 Days of Holiday Spirit. I hope everybody is having a remarkable holiday season and staying safe. Now, it's going to be different this year because we're not going to be in big groups or with a lot of people, but it's all good because we're just staying safe and being creative and coming up with ways to connect without jeopardizing anybody's health. So, tonight, this is day 5 of 12 Days of Holiday Cheer. Of course, I have another question for you. So far, those who've participated, you've been doing remarkably well. I love the haikus that I got yesterday or this morning. Looking forward to more of them. I know there are people who are still trying to make them up. Remember, 575, 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables, and make it fun. I mean, it's easy. Hey, I'm no English teacher, so I'm not critiquing. Just all I need to know is you got the syllables there, okay? All right. So, what is this 12 Days of Holiday Spirit? So, this is the Vine Wine Club sorta scavenger hunt. So, each day you get a challenge or a question, and I ask you to answer through my email address. Let me show you that. Send it to my email address before no later than December 27th at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's a Sunday night. You can send them all at one time, or you can send them individually as you get the answers. It doesn't matter. I am keeping up. All right. Only thing, if you send them from separate email addresses, you better put your name on it because I'm kind of keeping track based on the email addresses. Okay. All righty. So let's get into this wine that we have today. So I am taking you to South Africa. We are drinking Pinotage. So Pinotage is a grape that is indigenous to the region, to South Africa, and it's rare. I don't think I've ever had one anywhere else because I don't think it grows anywhere else. Usually it's a very earthy varietal. It kind of tastes very earthy. You get some fruit, you get good acid, which is kind of like wines are from that region, which is interesting because a lot of times when you find wines that are from warmer climates, you get a lot of fruit and low acid, but these ones are very balanced. You get some fruit, you also get acid, very dry, very earthy varietal. I think this one goes really nicely with game. So I have a story. As I told some of y'all, I'm working on a literary project, and the book is about wine varietals. And even though Pinotage is not a noble varietal, I will tell this story in the book in the honorable mention section because it is an important story. So when I went to the Court of Master Sommeliers for my first level of study, I think that's the introductory course. I think that's what it's called. We had maybe 80 people in the class, and I was kind of in the middle. Everybody was sitting at real long tables. The room was very deep. So I probably was, if you count it, I probably was 40, somewhere between 40 and 45 in the class. And so they went around the class after our lunch break. Everybody had something in their glass. So they had given us some tips to help with blind tasting. So I was very, very happy because I was terrified. I didn't want to get it wrong. So I was just happy when I smelled my wine, what was in my glass. And it smelled a lot like burnt rubber. Everybody smell that. You've been in a car, around a car, on the street, you smell burnt rubber at least once in your life. So the wine smelled exactly like burnt rubber. So I knew instantly it was Pinotage. I knew that it was from the Southern Hemisphere because you had to choose. You had to say it's the Northern Hemisphere or Southern Hemisphere. I knew that. What else did I know? No, I knew it was from South Africa, or that was, the best guess. I also had to guess the vintage. Now, I'm not sure. I think I was a year off or so because I probably guessed something that was 2 years old and it may have been 3 years old. But, it looked young. It tasted young. It tasted earthy. So everything else was right. So I was happy that, I didn't show up to be the dumb girl. Okay. So let's taste this one. So looking at the color, is lighter than what we've had. We had the Syrah, we've had the Chianti. The Pinotage is pretty light. I don't know. This isn't the best light where I'm sitting today, but it's pretty light. You can't quite see through it. It's kind of looking almost like a Pinot, maybe like a cab, maybe. I was about to say Pinot Noir, but it's not quite that that transparent. So on the nose, I instantly got pepper, like green peppers. Um, Definitely some dark, I feel like dark dirt, kind of wet almost. I'm not getting anything on the fruit though, and it's probably just because I don't know what fruit I'm getting. Maybe some black currant, not sure though. So this wine is 13.5% alcohol, so not too shabby. So I am tasting some of that heat from the alcohol on the finish, but on the entry, I get some nice fruit. I had mentioned currant, but I'm not sure that that's what I'm getting. Definitely a very dark berry, but I'm getting earth. I taste that green pepper on the mid palate, and on the finish, I'm getting some pepper, like some fresh black pepper. So very nice. Today I'm having beef ribs. So I think this is going to be a great accompaniment to that, and some roasted potatoes. Not sure how it's going to go with those collards, but you know what I say. Eat first, drink later. You'll be fine. You can find this at my website, which is scrolling at the bottom of the page, and it's going to be retailing for about $11 a bottle. So a lot of wine for a little bit of money, and we can ship this to you if you're in Virginia or DC. So the question of the day. Now with this, for those who answer all 12 questions, you get a t-shirt, the Vine Wine Club t-shirt that I wore yesterday. If you answer all of the questions correctly, you'll be entered in the contest for our exclusive Blacklist box. And that box will include wines by 4 African American vintners, gourmet food products, and lifestyle products by African American makers. And I'm going to finish this book, and that book is going to be in that box. All right. So stay tuned for that. You'll be able to find it on the website. So I thank you again for tuning in. Oh, I didn't ask you a question. All right. So the question is this. So in 2005 and 06, I opened my first wine and beer shops in Richmond, Virginia. There were 2. What were the names of those stores? All right. So you can probably find that answer on my website, somewhere in my bio, maybe. But that information is out there. I've talked about it a lot. I was talking about it. I was on Dr. Vibes podcast 2 or 3 weeks ago. I talked about it. So you should be able to find it out there. So happy hunting for that question. I look forward to the answers. Tomorrow, we are drinking a red blend from Argentina, I think. So I'm excited about that because I love Argentinian reds. So I will see you tomorrow night. Stay safe. Cheers.